Welcome everyone to a live unboxing.
I don't even know.
I don't even know what the heck this show is. This is her idea if it goes badly.
All right, so then so this is the true bumper. So we have this shoe rack. We need said shoe rack built. It's been sitting in the garage for over a month, and that's being generous.
True.
So we're going to build it. We're going to talk about it, you know, and affiliate link. Yeah. We don't put things down there unless we use them, whatevs, but we're going to kind of multitask. And we've never done anything like this before. So good, bad, or otherwise, here we go.
So what an intro. Hopefully you guys can hear us okay. We're standing back a little further from the microphone than we normally do. And we're in kind of a weird setup here. But we're going to try to make it work and show you guys. We're going to talk about inventory too. This is not just about the shoe rack.
Right. So at present, our shoes that need to go on said rack, you want to see what they look like? Look out.
Some of them. Be careful.
Move. It's heavy. So look, this is no way to inventory or house your shoes when you're getting ready to sell them. Just saying.
No, definitely
thank you.
Definitely not.
You lost
we're
one.
dropping shoes already. We're dropping shoes.
So we need to build a rack. It's really easy. We've been talking about doing it. We're going to talk about other things too. I think we've pretty much beat that part of it enough, right?
Yes. And so welcome to the show, guys. This is the Prof Sales YouTube channel. We talk about being a reseller, being an entrepreneur, being in business for yourself, your mindset, staying positive. And we're glad you're here.
And how to build things.
And there's a live show going on, a live chat right now. So if you ever want to join us, we're on from Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We come on and we do some other stuff during the week sometimes too, but we're glad you're here. So leave us a question or comment down below. If you're watching this afterwards, and if you're watching right now, just leave us a question right now. We'll try to peer in and see them. It's a little tough to see them from here. I just realized.
It is a little bit, but you know.
We are totally unprepared for this, but we're going to do our best.
It's like our version of the DIY reseller hour, right?
Yes.
Like other people are doing mystery boxes or jar surprises. We're going to do a rack and show you how simple it is.
So this is either going to be a smashing success or the last time we ever do this.
No, can I tell you something? We're going to get the dang rack built and shoes are going to go on it. So winning.
All right. So let's get right into this. So this is the SongMics song rack. SongMics. Oh, I just realized I got a little damage in the box. Hope it's okay. The SongMics shoe rack, and wow, it even says forbid unpackaging the packaging from this side. I never even noticed that before. But this is just a basic shoe rack that we really like. This was actually sent FBA from who knows who, but it does have an FBA sticker on it.
Does it come from the States?
And no, I don't think so. It was made in China. But it's about, we're going to show you the dimensions and everything when we get this out. So let's, I'm going to try to hold this while
you didn't even notice that I grabbed the sharp, right?
Just be careful along the, yeah, very lightly and not a deep cut.
This is really funny.
This is ridiculous. Just be careful. It's got cloth. It will cut.
It's like I'm with my mom.
Cutting towards yourself. Always a smart decision. Don't do that at home.
It's what not to do, people. Sometimes that's what we do.
You got
show you how to do it. How do you close it?
All right, so you can see that when we open this up.
Let me.
So I'm going to try to show people. We got to look a little higher.
Well, we'll get there. So there's baby parts, and there's a lot of these. These are the ones that go in between.
Yeah.
And then little baby parts. And we put these together differently, but I'm a sorter, so keep your parts together. A lot of times we have, oh, and those are the in-betweens, yeah. So
really loud in front of Mike, so.
I know, well, they'll get over it. So we will sort them and I'll count them. A lot of times you'll get an extra one of these guys. Don't throw it away, because we're going to also tell you some do's and don'ts when you put things like this together. Some of the parts, go figure, won't withstand a hammer blow.
Okay. Let's go. It's getting heavy. Just kidding.
Well,
it's not that heavy.
These
It's getting lighter and lighter.
This is the Papa Bear parts, okay? These are the long skinnies. That's actually what makes the shelf the shelf. And more little babies. We have the most of these.
Okay, those are going to fall like that. Let's just lay them down.
Okay.
Because they're not in the shot, so. Okay, there we go. Here's some of those. And we also have directions not written in some foreign language. And these are your actual shelves.
I'll get it. All right, and so the one thing I can tell you right away about the shelves themselves is they're two-sided. And when you put these together, it's important to put the shiny side up. So when you're stringing them through the long poles, make sure that this is your on top.
Reach that.
So, you know, it would probably be good if you talk in between.
All right, so this, well, I was holding the box.
Well, now you're not.
Okay, I'm trying. You're being very loud. She's very loud.
I'm very loud.
She really.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Anyway, so the parts list is pretty simple, guys. Just some poles and tubes and connectors, and of course the shelves themselves. And the directions are super simple. This is number 2, which is the parts list, and it just tells you really quickly how to put the shelves together. So we're going to show you guys what that looks like. So we need 2 of the long.
Look, they can't see me now.
Yeah, I was like, why aren't you standing up?
Well, because you don't want these on the thing, so it doesn't make sense.
You reach down and grab one of the.
Right here.
Rookie.
Who built most of the racks? I did.
All right, so we're going to open this up. We're going to try to build this in some sort of fashion. If you guys have any tips on how to do this with a partner, I'd be glad to hear them.
No, it's just not good with a partner. Let's just.
You actually connect it first, is what the instructions will say. Just so you know.
Fine.
Where's the bag? Oh, it's right here.
You got it. It fell on the floor.
All right, so you open up your little bag of these little, just basically plastic elbows. They're really simple.
And there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. Don't do it upside down because they have to go up.
Right. So you connect these, and you basically just push them into the. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this. You push them into the connector. If you twist them, they go a little bit easier, and that's that. So I need one of those. You got like none of my parts out for me. What kind of assistant are you?
I wanted to do this on the floor, not on some.
But they
Bill
can't
Nye,
see
the
on the floor.
Guy table.
They can't see it. All right, so and you connect this across. Then we need another one of those.
He's mad at me because I won't let him bang them with a hammer. They break when you bang them with a hammer.
Yeah, so if you use a mallet on these, I actually used a 25-foot tape measure the last time.
Go figure.
Can you reach that one? Or
yeah,
no?
I'll get it, but you don't need
it. It went way over there by the couch.
Yeah, I'll get it.
So I actually banged on these last time with a tape measure. These are plastic and they will break. I promise you that. Don't do that. Don't be like me. And they go like this. And so basically you can put the whole thing kind of together like this. And then you can slide your shelf on. And it's really that simple. All right, so are you ready for that?
Yeah, except it's going to go like this, right?
Yes, I think that's correct.
So this is not at all going how I thought it would. So
how did you want to do it differently?
I don't know. You should probably be more interactive. Otherwise, it's people watching us being Bob the Builder.
I'm putting together a shoe rack. How interactive can I be?
Well, look at the thing.
Let's say then put up the Christmas tree. We actually already have the tree up. We can show you that.
Ben and I put up the Christmas tree.
Yeah, Ben and Kaaren put up the Christmas tree. It's over there.
We did just fine.
There it is. It's 12 feet tall. Just kidding. But yeah, it's a nice tree. I have a feeling Kaaren does the decorations.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's upside down.
What's upside down?
It goes like this. That's how they connect. Just keep talking. Talk amongst yourselves.
She's got some sort of issue over there. But anyway, while she's figuring that out.
It's the issue of rightness.
I didn't do it wrong.
You never do it wrong.
It's absolutely
So talk about
Ooh,
inventory.
that's kind of confusing on that part. Oh, I see what they're saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't go by exactly.
It's funny, like that looks like the exact same thing in both cases.
Right,
They're saying,
and we're going to
it
need
is.
one with the long legs on the bottom. They kind of have us do that last, but why don't you talk about inventory or something?
Yeah, so Kaaren and I were talking about the whole inventory thing here, gang. I'm curious what you guys, because I've got a lot of questions lately about inventory. I'm curious what you guys, your experiences have been, because I mean, it's not just keeping track of inventory. That's part of it. But it's also figuring out, you know, where to put the items, like what sort of storage system have. Somebody was asking me about this the other day, and they said, you know, I don't know, really, I'm ready to jump, how I'm going to put my inventory together. And I'm thinking, well, you know, you think about what you have and then what you can fit it on or where you can put it. I mean, it's got to go somewhere, and just throw it on the floor in a big, huge heap in the corner doesn't work. Is that right?
No, it's wrong.
No, I feel like it might be.
No, the holes.
This is what we do. We argue about whether or not it's together right, and then at the end it comes together.
No, this is what we do. We argue about the color of the sky. So.
It's clearly green.
All right. So anyway, you were saying?
So if you haven't figured out what your inventory system is, guys, like where you're going to put things, that is sort of a necessary step, I think, to being on eBay, especially because you are absolutely going to lose things. You're not going to be able to. What are you doing over there?
So this is why I put things together. Undo that. This is the wrong size.
I don't know what she's doing. I'm pretty sure I had it together.
No, it goes this one because look, you have all this slack. It's
oh, well,
the bigger one.
Well, then you handed me the wrong one. Here, take that one out first, though, because it'll be too stretched. No joke.
I handed you the wrong one. I handed you the one you asked for. So we're going to continue while I build and he talks.
Why are you doing it that way? I can do it.
No, I got it. Talk. I got this.
This may be the first and last unboxing we ever do.
I want to do one of those mystery boxes. I think that.
Has anybody else gotten a mystery box off of eBay? This is like a free-flowing show. This is a debacle already. Well, I apologize. We should just
take that off.
Stop and which one?
These things.
Start over.
Can we do that? Can we do a do-over?
All right.
Well, as it is, Ben's gonna come home sick. No, just take the whole thing off and I'll start over again. So he's gonna he's got the flu or something. So he just got over a concussion and now he's got a flu.
That's the cool thing about these. You can take them apart, which is nice because if you end up with you know, too many of them, like you sell down your shoes and maybe you're not still selling shoes and you only need, instead of 10 shelves, you only need 8, you can take them off. You got it?
I'll get it. Yep.
Yep, you're getting it. Just take your time. We got everyone's all day here. Not really.
All right, as you were.
They're like, this is the worst.
No, we can do worse. I promise.
Next, real boxing. That was great.
All right, so if we're going to back up and do over, lay out your parts, like not how we obviously have them laid out, and go by the diagram. The diagram clearly says it's the mama bear bar that goes in between. So that's your width, and that's what makes the shelf taut, and that's what you want. So
Hank says once this gets put together, I don't think it needs to be taken apart again.
No, it does not.
It's not that bad. It's just, I mean, you literally pull it apart or push the pieces together. It's not crazy.
Just keep talking. I got it. I'll make it.
Well,
work.
I want to show that one. That's not the bottom one though.
No, the bottom one has legs.
Yeah.
Or feet, actually.
Feet. The bottom one has feet. I think these are the feet, right?
Yep.
No. So it has feet. These are the longer ones.
You wanted to show them.
So this is the longer one. These are actually the feet. And the ones we put on are a little bit shorter.
These are the in-betweens. And so what I like to do is build all of the shelves like this piece and put them to the side. Make sure that your shiny top of your shelf matches up with these connectors with holes.
You can't see it
because what you're going to be doing is connecting these with the original shorter than it should have been pole. And that's going to go right in here. And that's going to be your in-between. It'll make a lot of sense soon. So keep talking.
I'm talking. He should have drawn the plans on the whiteboard. That is actually not a bad idea. If that would have happened, we would have been done by now.
Here, you can do these. Just put on one end. And
What
then
am I
I'll
do-
go
oh, okay.
from there. Just you're good.
Just one in?
Yep.
All right. She likes to make me push them up together, I think. There's that one.
You think?
And do you need this one to be across from? Is it the one across? I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't matter. So, you guys got your Christmas tree up yet? I digress.
So getting back to inventory, which we were talking about.
Were we talking about inventory actually?
Who still has their inventory in a pile in the corner? Raise your virtual hand and don't be scared. I mean, if you are, I mean, the first thing to do is to admit that you have a problem, which you're doing that right now, saying that, oh yeah, it's me. But you got to figure out a way to get it off the floor, to get it out of your crazy closet, you know, piled into your clothes basket, whatever your system is. You need something better than that, guys. If you, not even if you want to scale, just if you want to have peace of mind of knowing, I know where my items are at, so when I sell one, I don't have to, you know, go searching for it. So very important you do that. You want to put the ones on the other end too?
Yeah, sure.
They were there. Multiple piles all over the house. Sam in Dallas says, well, Sam.
How's that working for you, Sam?
It's probably not working for him, I would bet.
Well, and that's one of the things we were going to talk about today is why even have an inventory? Why put stuff, why have a place for everything and everything in its place?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is if you got stuff all over the house, you don't really have a system. You just have things. Imagine like, all right, I'm going to give you a good example. So imagine you went to a grocery store, right? And you need to find the peanut butter. And you needed to find...
Stop, don't do that. Because we have to slide the shelf on it.
I thought you wanted both on the...
No,
I'm sorry.
only one
My bad.
arrangement.
My bad. You want, like if you had, you know, you had to find the peanut butter, you had to find the bread, you had to find the potato chips, you had to find the steak, whatever else you were trying to find. Imagine if it was all thrown on shelves with no signs. Very nice. No direction up top to tell you that's what's on this aisle. No attention to like keeping like items together. I mean, how in the world would you even shop that grocery store? And your inventory is really not that much different because at some point you're gonna have to find those items and you're not gonna be able to necessarily find them very easily because it's scattered around. There's no system to it. You're wasting your time and energy to go searching for something. I mean, I know there's people who do that and resell in this community who say, oh, I have to go search for it when I sell it because I don't know where it's at. You know, there's no reason to have a system like that.
And I think maybe it's intimidating for some folks when they're just getting started that maybe inventory, like creating inventory or putting inventory, like making a section, a row, a column, a space for everything.
Right.
Like all that extra annotating is just too much waste of time. Let me tell you something. The first time you lose something, you will not ever think of it that way again.
No. Or even if you don't lose it, like if it takes you 2 hours to find it.
Oh, there's that.
I mean, let's say you valued your time at reselling at 20 bucks an hour and it took you 2 hours to find something that you sold that you made $12 profit on. You're in the hole. You're in the hole a lot of money at that point. So would you quit dropping them? As I drop it?
Really?
So that's why we tell people it's like just make sure you know where your stuff's at and you can find it. You have some sort of system. You've written it down. You've got it in a spreadsheet. You've put it in a notebook. I don't know. Like it could be lots of different ways. So how many we got? Oh, we got 2. Nice. You're doing great. Here, I can put this on.
No, keep doing what you're doing. Only do what you're doing.
Oh my gosh. I've been relegated to just doing one thing, which apparently I'm not even doing that.
You're talking.
I put the last one together completely myself.
No, you didn't. Is that the one that you broke the thingy?
I didn't break anything.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
If anyone has a time machine I can borrow to go back and show Kaaren that I did the last one by myself, that would be great.
Well, why stop there?
You know, that's a fair point. Go back and change a few things.
We might.
I keep my listed items very organized and protected. Butterfingers Jason. Whatever. Somehow she made me nervous. I dropped it.
I think that's what I'm going to do every time I finish a show.
Yeah, you're doing great. The wife is always the boss. That's actually true.
I don't know about that.
Terry likes my shirt. I think this shirt looks good on me too. This is Notice the Pony.
You're so funny.
One of my favorite brands. Ralph Lauren Polo.
Is it now?
It is. Turns out.
You got another one of these? Perfect.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My listed inventory is very well organized, stored in catalog. My incoming merchandise, not so much. That's a great point, Seam Store. Like, what do you guys do with your incoming stuff? That is something that, honestly, I have changed around the way we handle it a few different times, and I still don't think we've ever really kind of mastered that. Like, you buy something, and you buy something. Oops, that's got 2 on it. You don't want 2, right?
No.
How did I get 2 on it? I must have picked it up.
It just jumped
I'm
over
kind of not
all
paying
by
attention.
itself. No,
Like you buy something new. Let's say you go out and you buy 20 items. You buy 20 items. What do you do with them when you bring them home if you don't end up listing them right that moment? I mean, that's a good question.
Well, and it's funny that you brought that up because somebody had put something about their system in one of the groups this morning about what they do to stage it. You know, I can remember when we first started using the word buckets, right? When Tiffany would talk about their process and how they would bring everything in and it would sit in this bucket and then it would go to stage, you know, phase 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's like an assembly line.
Yep. And, you know, with shoe resellers,
Shoes?
there's almost always a cleaning component to it as well, right?
Right. No, that's exactly right.
So that's part of the process. So if I was doing this by myself, I would build a bunch of these and put them, I would batch, right?
Yeah.
We batch in assembly as well. I would make a bunch of these and a bunch of these, and then I would put them together. But that's just me.
Yeah, that is the best way probably to do it. You were not trying to explain it. Or as you go.
Yeah.
Lauren says we still need a shoe cleaning hangout.
Yeah, can we, you wanna do it, when do you want to do it? Let's do it.
Do it tomorrow.
Really? What's tomorrow? What day is tomorrow?
It's Thursday.
Yeah, okay, tomorrow, Lauren. Make it so.
Make it so.
Oh, man, this one's giving me grief. There we go. And the connectors are see-through, so before you start whacking it with a tape measure or a hammer or a shoe, you can see, and I'll try to show you, they're clear. So if they're all the way in, you're going to see it. It's going to go right up to the edge. So if there's a gap, then you know you have more work to do. And
yeah, and you can kind of push them in once you get them on the together too. They'll kind of tighten up a little bit.
Yeah. And once we get these part, slow down because you're going to be at the foot part pretty soon.
Okay, so we need to leave one of those two.
Well, and the top part has the loopy thing on the top, but then the foot thing has the foots.
Let's see. Somebody else wants to wait until she gets Jason with a pole from the shoe stand. It's possible.
But you'll have to you'll be guessing, did she do it on purpose or by accident?
What difference does it make? I'm still the one who gets hit.
Comedic value, I think.
Yeah, it's real funny.
It's real funny till somebody gets hit with a shoe rack pole.
Debbie says, my husband is in charge of inventory and labeling items, takes the burden off of me. Nice. So what system does your husband use, Debbie, if you want to share it? That'd be cool.
Yeah, and did he come up with it on his own? Did you come up with it together? Or did you just delegate an existing system to him to work with? I'm curious about that. The evolution of
Cheryl says, leave in the bag and put in the basement. Overload on bags. I'm a bag lady, especially when I don't log my new inventory in. Yeah, because Cheryl, you bring up a good point there, because if you're putting it in Like if you buy a bunch of stuff and you just put it in a bag and then put it in a bag, but you can pretty quickly start running out of money because you're spending so much on your sourcing. You're not staying ahead with the listing part of it, which means obviously you're not going to get on the selling part either at some point.
Okay, you can build the last couple of these. See how I have that, and just put that on, and I'll do the last part.
Oh, yeah. All right. Fine.
Yeah, you're getting a promotion.
Woo-hoo!
You still have to read and talk though.
Oh my gosh, you're making me do all the work.
Did Debbie answer back about their system yet? There's a bit of a delay.
No, Debbie hasn't said yet. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the problem is just a lot of people have though is they buy things and then they either don't list them and then go out and buy more, which we've talked about, you know, death piles and kind of what constitutes a death pile and what you should do about it. And then, or they do list it, but it's not selling quick enough to generate enough capital to buy more. I mean, have you guys ever had that point where you're like, that one's not one.
That's not what I wanted you to do.
What did you want me to do?
It's okay. Keep talking.
She tells me these things and then they're just not right. I don't even know. I didn't know what you meant. That might not even be right.
I'll make it work. It's all good.
I just need one on the top. It'll be just fine.
Just keep.
I don't think that's gonna. What do you want me to do?
Just keep talking.
Oh, this was supposed to go much differently. I just want to say that for the record.
Yeah, and like we say often when we make mistakes and act the fool, just so you don't have to. There's a first and a last time for everything.
I predict a lot more unboxing videos in our future.
No. All right, so
but anyway.
Yeah, this is why you can't do it that way because look, there's no way to put this on here.
All I did was put one on.
I know.
I didn't do anything differently.
Well, you did. Somehow you did.
That's where you put one of those on, and then it's right. Nope. There you go.
I got it.
Rookie.
Just keep talking.
I would have had this done by now.
No, you would not
have.
That's just it.
Prof, do you sell locally? So tired of everyone saying they're going to pick something up and then no show. You know, Clearance Ninja, we have some.
Clearance Ninja, hello.
I know of this problem of which you speak, and we have the same problem. It's happened on a few occasions where I've got somewhere and the people didn't show up, or they did show up and then they thought it was something different. And I'm going, how could you think of something different? We texted like 37 times about this. There's no way you could have thought this was anything different than what I said. And I think people sometimes play games with that. Like once they get there, they think, oh, well, you're here, you've got the item, you don't want to take it back home. So I'll try to finagle a lower price or whatever. I don't know. I just turn around and drive away for the most point if they're going to be like that. I had somebody like that with some PlayStation 2 games once.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we thought this was for the PlayStation 3 or 4. And I'm going, why? The ad said 2. It was very clear, all the pictures of the games and the console. Going, how did you really think that was the case? Like that, you know, I don't know.
We don't, remember, it's not personal and we don't ever allow ourselves. I mean, we'll get frustrated and maybe vent about it outside of the transaction. But if somebody's going to be like ridiculous like that, we don't play those games. So if they're like, they want to sort of try to negotiate because of something assumedly or supposedly we did wrong, we're like, okay, no, thanks. We're good. Yeah,
absolutely. She's killing it. You like doing the shelves.
This should only take less than half an hour. Like it should really be quick. We only have like 2 shelves to go, 3 shelves to go, and then we put it together and it's fine.
All right.
Actually, 4 shelves.
4 shelves here, yeah.
Boy.
I don't remember what these were for. Oh, they're the top. I know what they're for.
The bendies were the top.
Do you want me to do one for the bottom?
I heard a cha-ching.
Nope, that was just a message. Do you want me to put one the feet on?
Yeah, you can do that.
Or drive away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough because like if you show up and somebody wants to negotiate the price and the price is not a lot different than what you said, what's the value of your time to get there and then drive back home and you don't actually still sell it? I mean, it depends, right? Like if you said, oh, it's $50 and they're like, great. And then they show up and then they want to buy it from you for 10. All right. That's worth probably driving away. But if they say, oh, I thought you said 40. I don't know. Are you going to drive away over $10? Maybe you would. I probably wouldn't. If they were adamant, I'd be like, all right, whatever. I'm not going to argue this dumbness because it's not worth my $10 to drive away, right?
You can build your feet.
In that case. Oh, I get to do something. Great.
Yep, you get to build your feet.
All right. So,
these are not right. Here's your shelf.
Remember I said the feet are here. Yeah, you can go that way.
Yeah, we made room for you.
We made room for you.
We actually made room for you going the other way. You're making us nervous now.
Sorry.
There's Ben. Everybody says hi, Ben. Get better, Ben.
Hello.
Ben is sick.
Yeah, he could have the flu.
Maybe. Does he have the flu? Oh,
and
great.
that's where this virtual relationship that we have on YouTube will benefit you because you won't be subject to his cooties.
Oh, wait. This needs a thing at the bottom, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this should really only take about 30 minutes, if that. The whole unboxing part of it, really.
Well, we took a little extra time there.
Yes,
these
we
are
did.
these are the ones in between, right?
Yeah, those are the widths. Yeah, if you don't use those, it won't be taut enough.
Taut enough. I like that. That's a great word. 170 office phones. Ooh, that's cool. Somebody's buying those. Sourced 170 office phones. Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't it crazy that people still buy office phones?
Yes.
I find that fascinating on a lot of levels, but they do. And they're still, you know, there's still good value in them. Some of those office phones were crazy expensive when they were new.
To sell them.
You used to sell office phones?
Well, that company that we don't
You were a phone salesperson?
Well, when I was younger and I worked retail, I sold electronics, right? So I sold phones and cameras and all the things. That's perfect. All right, so one of the benefits of these shelves is that when you go to put it together, if it's a little askew, they're movable. So you probably can't see it. Look out. But see how, yeah, you can. It's like crooked, yeah? So you just kind of, it'll bend. And that comes in handy when you're putting it together because you need a little wiggle room once you start stacking them. And it'll make sense here in a second. Oh! All right, only a couple more. I can chat while you're building.
Yeah, I'm putting the bottom together. It's the most important part.
Oh, Hank and Lauren are here. Cheers, ladies. So are we going to do it on tomorrow, Thursday? I think we should.
What, the shoe cleaning?
Oh, thanks, Adam. Yeah, bleach flu, no good. Yep, and Lauren says a lot of companies now use the phones for their IP hookups for employees as well as the phone at the desk. Oh. All right, well, then you pick a day, and that's when we'll do it. I think that's what we should do. We'll have like a Christmas party. Like an online Christmas party.
An online Christmas party. A virtual Christmas party.
I think we should do that anyway.
I think you should. How would that even work?
So did we talk about all the... Are you saving some of it for the end?
I don't know. What else? We talked about some of it. Well, some of it we can kind of show when this is done.
Put together. So inventory, good. And again, just because we use this shoe rack or we use this system, it means it works for us. And by all means, if it works for us, we're going to share it with you. But in no way, shape, or form are we ever going to tell you that our way is always the best way.
It's the best way.
Well.
Just kidding.
There is a joke in there somewhere, crickets. But yeah, so you have to glean and adapt and create your own process based on all these things that you see or that you're exposed to. Online or in person, whatever. Oh, are you done talking now? Oh, look what you're doing. Oh, you're going to the next step.
I'm going to the next
step. Look at you jumping ahead.
We ain't got all day. These people are on the internet.
You're taking away the fun stuff.
This is not the fun stuff. This is just stuff.
It's the fun stuff. Ugh.
You have a weird idea of fun.
Ugh. I do have a weird idea of fun.
For so life.
All right, well, show them that.
Yeah, so the bottom is kind of coming along here.
They can't see you.
So that's how the bottom looks. There's the feet.
The feet.
They're a little bit longer.
Yep.
And then you just put these small, short bars in top of each of these little brackets, these little elbow brackets, and then push down the top of the shelf right above it. Really works just like that.
Oh, so Duncan says Prof Santa. Okay, Duncan, we'll have an early morning Christmas party, office party, and Prof will dress up like Santa, and everybody can sit on his lap and tell them what they want for 2018.
What? I don't even know what you just signed me up for.
Yeah, everybody said it was a great idea. They said, yeah, let's do it.
No, they didn't. They couldn't have had time because there's a 30-second delay. Nice try.
And then suddenly the stream ceased.
Yeah.
We're off the air.
We are out of here.
So did you show them what you built with your
I did. I already
hands?
picked it up. I showed them.
So we're almost done. It's all coming together like magic. So yeah, so we're having a, I think it's like $40, Sam. Is that right,
yeah,
Jason?
$39.99 shipped.
$39.99
current price.
is the current price, and is that Prime or is it free shipping anyway?
That's free shipping on that.
Yeah.
I think we paid that. We might have paid $37. I think they might have gone up a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Or so, maybe $2 or $3.
But you can.
Since we bought it, but you know, it's the way of the world, right? Everything goes up. I don't know. Price wise, it seems like.
Well, Adam, a little less hammer, and things would maybe not break less or break as much. I don't know. It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. I wouldn't understand.
You just gotta hammer it. You just gotta hit something until.
All right, stop.
It.
Just. So anyway, yeah, I like the soft shelves too, Sam. They're good for a couple of different reasons. They're really easy to clean. If for some reason you get something on them, we just use. Oh wow, I went right into the microphone.
Yeah, that's really loud.
Sorry if that was really loud for you. So this is the time in the video where we all act like pirates, and if you like what you see, matey, smash the like button. So you think we'll ever do this again?
Nope.
Yeah.
This is, without doubt, the worst video idea we've ever had.
No,
So,
it's not the worst. It's not the worst. I'm sure
it's the worst execution of one for sure.
But we're going to show everybody that it can be done. It can be done well.
Well,
it can be done quickly. Yeah, and hey, there's some content. There's actually some content coming up. I'm so excited.
There's no content. There is content.
There is content. We actually are going to talk real about inventory and how it relates to this or any other rack for that matter that you may use for your stuff. Last show. I'm not going to back up. Look, you can almost see it growing. I don't know. Are you a pirate?
Nope.
I was going to ask everybody else before you said no.
Pirate?
But I bet they would have said no.
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 I don't identify with pirates.
He doesn't identify as a pirate like we do. With my Miley Cyrus, my Hannah Montana mug. All right, so we're almost done. Did you just whack it with a thing?
It was my hand. Gotta watch me.
I don't even know what that means. So Joe called you Jason Sparrow. Oh no, I get it now. Jason Sparrow, the math pirate. That has some legs, Joe. I think it might work. I'll make him a t-shirt.
Nope. I will not wear it.
Oh, so Clearance Ninja just brought up another good point. And listen, if you have some, just go ahead. If you've got questions, just all cap it or question mark, and now would be a good time. So Clearance Ninja says, what are your thoughts on folks who use filing cabinets for inventory? Pros and cons.
Filing cabinets? What are you storing in them?
What are you storing in them, Clarence Ninja? Because I've actually seen some people that do use them for photos, for cards, for some jewelry, small items. But yeah. What are you thinking?
I think it worked really well. I mean, you could lock things up, so you wouldn't have to worry about theft if you're in a situation where maybe that was a possibility.
Yeah, Troy, be more specific on doing a show on Instagram.
On Instagram?
Like, do you want us to talk about Instagram and how to use it? Or I think if we did the show on the platform, it would be a very short show, right? Because they don't allow, but I don't think that, that's not what Troy means. Troy probably means something else. Captain Jason Sparrow, arg. So I'm waiting. Hey, Cooper, good to see you. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for Troy to tell us specifically about the filing cabinet so we can, oh no, Clearance Ninja. Troy was something else. Clearance Ninja to tell us about the filing cabinet. What specifically? Because you saw a squirrel, Clearance Ninja, clearly, and you said Jason Sparrow, so now we need to get back to filing cabinets, right? Here's the last one. It grows before our very eyes. So I'm just shocked that 70 people are still watching. That's kind of cool.
I know.
So thanks, guys, for sticking with us, because there's going to actually be some
funny.
content here in a little bit.
Content.
Yeah, there's going to be some.
Promise.
Oh yeah, Troy, sure. We'll talk about, we don't, yes. Oh, for clothing. So yes, I've seen this. Clarence Ninja's talking about filing cabinet for clothing. Anybody in the chat currently doing this? So where I've seen it, Clarence Ninja, we don't do it, but where I've seen it is people actually will pack it in its poly mailer or its clear poly mailer and do it that way. And it's actually pretty brilliant for keeping track of smaller items. We really can't do it with jeans because they're so bulky. But with smaller shirts, scarves,
jewelry.
No, he's talking about clothing in particular. But I think that's how I've seen it done, Clearance Ninja. Is that what you're thinking about doing as well? Using a poly bag, and then it's literally like a file in said filing cabinet, and you can put your inventory tag really easy to see up in like the upper left or upper right hand corner, so it's easy to go through and keep it in order. I'm trying to read. Something about fungus and fridges. I don't know.
They give you one extra, and you might need if you hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I've heard.
Almost done. Oh, this is cool. See, in just 97 minutes. No, just kidding. It's been about a half an hour. We kind of went.
If we would have been just working on just this, we would have been. Yeah. And even just one person can do these pretty quick.
I'm so tempted to bonk these together, but it'll drive you crazy.
Please. Well, you're also very loud in their ear because that microphone is picking it up quite well. So
I'll pretend.
Let's not do that. People at home probably appreciate that you're not.
You know, there is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Did you guys know that? It's in my calendar. I can't tell you what day it is, but we will do a pirate thingy. Maybe you'll dress up. Jason will dress up.
No, I will not.
Yeah, he will. We'll put an eye patch on him. Something
they didn't
like
wear
that.
eye patches.
Well, it's just for photo ops. What do you want?
Give me
Shorty?
That one.
Yeah. So let's see.
Let me have the two.
So Clarence Ninja's thought was filing cabinets are cheap. Gosh, I hope I was keeping up. And then you could resell them. Yeah, that's awesome. I agree. And that was our thought on some of the shelving units that we have as well. You know, those big like gorilla shelves. We don't have too many of those left, but same deal. You can certainly flip your shelving units very easily. I like it.
Well done.
Haha. Yes, Scott. Actually, I can. So Scott brought up one of the points we're going to talk about. So, ta-da! Here,
We'll try to tilt this down.
I'll give you some perspective.
There you go. You see the finished product. You can also see too, they're about 6 feet high. I'm about 5'11", and they're very light. You can see I can lift it with one hand. Weighs, I don't know, maybe 15 pounds. Not really that heavy.
All right, and here's the thing. So we're gonna put it to work, right?
You can normally get, what do you think, 5 across?
Yeah, men's shoes are a little trickier, but we get a little creative sometimes with how we put it on the rack. And remember, we're just going to put these on here for now.
Yeah, we're not.
With heels, I don't know. Yeah, you guys can see this. So we'll overlap the heel on the edge just so it won't hurt the heel. It just is a nice resting place. Also, on some of the stilettos or skinnier heels, it makes them more topsy-turvy. So we don't want them falling off the rack and risking getting them scuffed or something. One of my most favorite tips to give, you know, we are proponents of the pool noodle, right? So you buy one at the dollar store, you cut it into 3 sections, and poof, you've got an instant support for taller shoes like boots. And on the top shelf, consider that's where you're going to put said boot, ski boot, roller skate, ice skate, anything of bigger size that won't fit on one of these racks is going to go right here. Are those 5 across men's?
Yep.
Yeah, we can get 6 women's shoes usually across.
Yeah,
well.
that's
But
close.
in
5.5.
In the inventory system, we only do it 5 across. And that's consistent.
Yep. So that's how it sets up, guys. You can see that like it definitely holds a lot. So you got 10 shelves here, which is really cool. That's why I love this little rack. So you can really get up to 50 pair on here. You need to step aside just a little, that side. There you go. Just so they can see it. You're like, she's like, step to the side. She steps towards the middle. I'm going the other side. But yeah, you can get up to 50 pair on these shelves, guys, which is really cool because, you know, you can see like it's not a big footprint. It's only about a foot wide. So you can literally fit a bunch of these together really easy. You could theoretically put wheels on the bottom and make them roll.
Yeah, you can get casters.
There are some that do that already. And you could just take out that bottom foot piece probably, or just stick a caster in the bottom of it and it would be fine.
Yeah, it'll go right up in there. Another tip that we have for the bottom of the rack in particular, we have ours in 2 places, the kitchen wall as well as out in the garage. There's 2 here and 2 out there. And we'll put, you know, shooters or earplugs for sound, the little squidgy orange ones usually. We'll put one of those under the foot to help equal it out.
Right. Sometimes if the floor is a little off, I mean.
Right. I mean, you can do your best to make the shelving unit itself correct, but those little earbuds are wonderful for evening out when it's unequal.
So a couple things, guys. We already mentioned it's really lightweight. I think if you have an inventory system, you want it lightweight. Like, don't have a big, thick, bulky chest. Something that weighs like 25 pounds on its own and then you load it full of stuff. You're never going to be able to move that thing if you need to move it or just dig down through it and push stuff to the side. It gets kind of tricky. So that's why anything you get for inventory, I think, should be lightweight. Did you want to talk about the next one?
Which one?
Oh, you took your glasses off.
I did. Oh, small footprint. You can fit a lot of inventory in a small space.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up much space at all. It's like, what did we decide? It was like 8. How many inches? Did you do the dimensions already? Did you talk about that?
I did not. I thought it was on the box and it's not. Oh, wait, it's right here somewhere. It's on the instruction thing. I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I got to give them the dimensions. And the dimensions are.
Drum roll, please.
And there aren't any dimensions. Well, that's great.
We measured it at one point and drew it up somewhere.
Yeah, I think they're 36 inches across. Actually, and 6 feet tall and like 10 inches deep, I believe would be about the right amount here. Let's see. You got that tape measure?
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, it's in the drawer.
What?
In the little drawer. Yep, you got it. As far as the weight on these, I don't know. I mean, I've had 5 men's pairs across them and they don't buckle. So I don't know how much they would really hold. Here, let's measure it.
And it also doesn't go anywhere. Like I'm gonna do 2 things at once. All right, so it's 11 deep.
11 deep.
And then approximately 7 high.
It's 6 feet high.
No, I mean 7 inches in between.
Oh yeah, 7 inches in between each shelf. And the width is 39. Yeah, really 39. So pretty good distance across. Like 36 is a little tight with 5 pair. It'd be tough to fit 5 pair. You'd have to kind of stack a pair. But with 39 inches, I think you can. It's just enough to normally get 5 on all of them.
You want to see Jason's eyes pop out of his head? So if you bump it, no, I'm just kidding. So when it's full or when it's closer to empty, it still remains pretty sturdy. Like I was a little worried about them because I am vertically challenged and they are taller than I am. I'm only about 5'5" on a good day. But even when they're full, it's not going anywhere. Like it never becomes top heavy at all.
But I would still, like anything else, guys, I'd put it up against the wall just in case, you know, so that way you can always have a little bit of a back, at least in that direction. And I think that's always a good practice with any sort of thing that gets tall or vertical like that. And remember, you can always go vertical with your storage, your inventory. This speaks to that, but there's other solutions too. If you go vertical, most people don't use the vertical space in a room.
So somebody said earlier, and I want to quote them, but somebody said something about, can you make them different sizes? Yes. Did we talk about
Yes, you
modular?
can just, right. I mean, you could just not put on some of these shelves. Like this top little circular piece could be anywhere. Technically, you don't even need it, but I could have kept 2 or 3 of these shelves out. I could have made this into 2 different sets. I could have made a 5 and 5 if I wanted.
And we first found this rack because I have a mini one that we used personally anyway, made by the same company. That's only 4 shelves high and half the width. And I absolutely love it. And it's actually the one that I use for my separate shoes right now. But then we found this one and it's just, we love it. It's amazing.
All right. So, and another couple other things I want to mention, guys. This is important for shoes in general. These are open. You can see there's nothing on the sides of them or behind them. One of the reasons that's important is when I first started selling shoes, I was putting the shoes in the shoe box that comes from the USPS. And then I read that is not a good idea because without air circulating, you can get mold. Yes, mold that will grow on shoes. It's better to have them out and open rather than like in a dark space where mold can grow, like inside of a box or even inside of a bag. Mold can grow a lot easier too. Even bagging them is not the best idea, especially on surfaces like leather. So that's important. The 6 foot height we already talked about. It's easy to reach the top.
Modular we talked about.
On the bottom.
Top shelf being open. That's great for taller items. We talked about that in the demo. And if you're working alone, I mean, working with a partner, it's pretty easy to put together.
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
Saves time and effort. What I would have done differently in putting that together is honestly, I would have sorted and batched it.
Yeah, we would have, right. We would have, I think when we put one together before, we did it that way. Like you did one part, I did one part. Yeah. And obviously we weren't trying to run a show at the moment.
Obviously we didn't talk to each other before we opened that box, did we?
But it's a cool little shelf. I want to share it with you guys. We've been meaning to do this video for a while, just to kind of show you. Yes, it's somewhat self-promoting because we have an affiliate link to it. But even if you don't go through that link or you don't get that rack, you know, have an inventory system, guys, for shoes or whatever it is you have. Think about growth, being able to like add on to that system, go vertical with your system, because a lot of times that's where the added space is that you're not utilizing. And think about things like environment, like with mold on shoes, for instance. Think about will the unit be top heavy or too heavy to move, depending on what it is you have on it. Just all those sorts of things are things you need to think about when you're thinking about where you're going to put your inventory.
Right. And as far as mindset goes, having a place for something, it's important because having an inventory system in place, and it's the word place is used twice here, right? So having something in place and having a place for everything is going to do a lot of positive things for your business. One, mindset wise, I know a couple of people earlier on mentioned, oh, I'm the bag lady, or I have these pile of things, or I have these stacks of things. And I'm going to challenge you at some point, that's got to be bringing you down. Like to come home and, or maybe your spouse is kind of like, oh, I see the pile got bigger today. I mean, at some point that's going to start to affect your relationships in your home and arguably the success of your business. So whatever you do something to keep it in order. You know, Hank, one of our wrenches here, our moderators in the chat, she just redid her entire system and it is amazing. It's just, I was going to think of something clever, but if Ben hears me say like some word, he'll laugh at me. So it's just amazing. She did an awesome job. It's banging.
All right, let's let these people go.
You think?
We've held them up long enough.
Okay, well, thanks for coming, everybody.
That was the first and probably only unboxing we'll ever do.
But hey, like I said in the beginning of this video, bonus, we got the rack built. High five. Woo!
And now we're going to fill, well, we're already filling with shoes. So
there you go.
All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Check out the description for all kinds of links, including the link to the shoe rack if you need shoe racks, and all other stuff too.
We'll see you in 2 days. This
Prof.
is...
Prof sales.
And just ask Kaaren. Good sales to you.